This last anecdote was recounted in a 1994 article in Treasure and Rights Management magazine entitled Why Everyone Had Smoothies. After polling 99 corporate treasure, the magazine concluded that ingrained in modest corporate culture is a conviction that to close a relationship with insurers is damaging to the integrity of the rating process. Moody's was actually proud of that characterizations. A company executive responded by saying that the survey left out our most important constituency, investors. Uh, what what caused Moody's to change were three things. The first was the inexorable rise of structured finances and the concomitant rise of Moody's structured producers business. The second was the 2000 spin off, which resulted in many Moody's executives created stock options and gave them a new appreciation for generating renewed profits. And the final factor was the promotion of a former lawyer named Brian Clarkson within structured financing. A Detroit native who had graduated from Ferris State University in Michigan and then practiced law at a tiny New York firm. Clarkson joined Moody's as a executive in 1900 um, 91 without ever having worked as a credit analyst. One of his early tasks was to rate mortgage-backed securities issued by Guardian, the subprime mortgage originator founded by the Jedinak in California. The bonds, needless to say, eventually blew up, but if there was a lesson in that, it was lost Clarkson in his process. By 1995, he had become the co-head of the asset-backed finance group. Um, Clarkson went off like a bomb inside Moody's. He developed a reputation for being nasty to those who called and faked back, and for never forgetting a sling at me level any water cooler discussion of his management style included the words fear and intimidation. A former Moody's lower Rich Michalek later told the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. Mark Frobe, another ex-Moody's lawyer, told investors that the companies that excused the bid, recognizing Brand the character of someone who could do uncomfortable things with Ace, and they exploited his character to advantage their agenda. That agenda was using structured financial debates renews market share and about how modest stock price. Clarkson had no problem with this agenda. We're in a service business. He once told the Wall Street owner, I don't apologize for that. But what exactly did that mean for a company that rated bonds? It wasn't just a case of answering the phones on the first ring. Under Clarkson, a former analyst say, it also meant caring about whether the insurers, meaning the small group of investment banks who mattered, were happy with the ratings they got. Clarkson, co-head of the asset-backed group, was longtime Moody's analyst Mark Adelson. Adelson was in some ways the opposite of Clarkson, a careful, cautious, somewhat skeptical analyst. He had been involved in structured financial assembly forever. As a young lawyer in the 1980, Adelson had worked on several of the early deals put together by Leo Ranieri and Larry Fink. Perhaps because of his long experience, he was always willing to accept uncritical many of the arguments made for mortgage-backed securities. When undergrads began reducing their credit enhancements, claiming that the securities had proven themselves with their good performance, Adelson didn't void it. The fact that an asset class like housing had performed well in the past said nothing about how the same asset class was going to perform in the future. He believed it. For a very long time, Moody's backed Adelson, for which he will always be grateful, but his skepticism was out of sync with both the market and the new Moody's.